Let's go to Matthew 17:1. Read that.
And after 6 days, Josiah taketh Peter, James, and John his brother, and bringeth them up into an high mountain apart.
So he took Peter with him. Now Christ took Peter with him. Now don't forget, this is my shop. Read.
And was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light.
Go ahead.
And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias.
Moses and who?
Moses and Elias.
Moses and Elias. So this killed two things. First of all, how can Mishah be Moses and Peter when they're two different places at one time? That's number one. Number two, how can John be Elijah when John was beheaded and then after this is showing Elijah? Shouldn't that be John there since he was the last person that died? Right? He was the last person that died. So it shouldn't be Elijah in the transfiguration. It should be John if he was reincarnated. You see the madness that comes with when you teach that? So here it is. You got Peter and Moses in this. They're in the same setting with Jesus, with Christ. So you know that sooner or later some brothers would get envious because one man is getting all the admiration as king. He's getting all the money. He's getting all the admiration. So sooner or later there was a split. And then REI started teaching this guy wasn't Moses. But he wasn't teaching that while he was with them. And they was at the Passover was getting all that money together. That's what it's really about, folks. Money. There's more. They claim that Jesus Christ himself, all right, came as Solomon, as himself, and Adam. They claim that he was Adam. Jesus Christ was Adam, Solomon, and himself, and Melchizedek. First of all, if Christ is a lamb without blemish, how could he have been Adam? How could he be the lamb without blemish when it's through Adam's blemish sin came into the world?
Right.
So that's just out of this world. All right? And then he used the scriptures, well, the first Adam was an earthly and the second Adam was a quickening spirit.
Right.
It didn't say Adam the first and Adam the first. It means Christ was bringing a new beginning. Adam had an earthly beginning, and through Christ you will have a new spiritual beginning. So they were using a scripture that had nothing to do. Then they would say, y'all can see that? Okay, Adam is Christ. Now I'm going to show you a scripture they use to trick people, to make you think. Now don't forget, they have to teach this so that they can bring themselves to somebody. Alright? So they had to bring Christ being reincarnated. Let's go to Matthew, the first chapter, to show you what they used. And some of them are still teaching this till this day. Alright? Let's read Matthew 1 and 1. Let's see if this is reincarnation.
The book of the generations of Yeshua, the son of David, the son of Abraham.
The book of the generation of Jesus Christ, or Yeshua, the son of David. See that? That's the son of David. Who's the son of David? They would say Solomon. And who was the son of Abraham? Isaac. He was Isaac too. See that? When really, what is this talking about? This is talking about the generations, which is lineages. And when you look under, when you pan in down under the second verse, it shows you all the lineages. It's just letting you know that he came from the seed of these men. It doesn't mean he was Isaac and he was Solomon. He was the son of them through lineage, through the seed. Okay, y'all see that? Okay. Even Christ, let it be known. All right? Now, this is how they would wiggle their way in there. They would say that it told you in the scriptures that the disciples would come back and be in the earth and teach the truth. So if they were the disciples, why did they scatter? That's number one. Let's get Matthew 19 and 27 to show you the scripture that they used to say that the disciples would be back before Christ come back. Now, and while he's getting that, I'll give you the physical definition, which I have on this sheet for reincarnation. Reincarnation. The belief that one has lived before in another lifetime, and that one will live again after physical death. That's what reincarnation means. All right? They tell you that reincarnation means, or regeneration in the scriptures mean reincarnation. We're going to prove to you it don't. When you go into your Strong's Concordance, it's the Greek word polygenesia, which is the Greek 3824, which means spiritual renovation, specifically Messianic restoration. So this is talking about them being set up when Christ come back to set his Messianic kingdom up. So they teach that regeneration means reincarnation. And we'll show you that's incorrect. Get Matthew 19. And let's start at the 27th verse. Let me get it first here. Let's get Matthew 19 and 27. You can read it. Go ahead.
Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore?
Then answered Peter and said unto Christ, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? What did Christ answer him?
And Yeshua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration.
In the what?
In the regeneration.
Let's see what the regeneration is. Read.
When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory.
The regeneration is when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory. That's when he come back. That's not talking about people being reincarnated in the earth before he come. So that also kills that lie on the Tazadaki and them who's saying that the 12 is back. The 12 apostles are back reincarnated. Read.
When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
So when Christ come back, the 12 disciples' spirit will leave the bosom of Abraham. Their physical will be regenerated into a spiritual body as Christ's was when he was regenerated or resurrected. Okay? And they'll sit on thrones with their new bodies. That's talking about when Christ come back. That's the regeneration. Regeneration does not mean reincarnation. That's another lie they were teaching. Now, here's another thing they teach to make you think reincarnation is real. Let's go to Revelation, the first chapter.